Yo, peoples, we're here today on the Chop It Up podcast. It's me, myself, LB with MB, and we got Damon on. Damon O'Neill.
Yes. What's going on?
How you doing, bro? Good?
All good, man. All good.
Good, bro.
What have you been up to today?
Today I've been busy. I've been running around trying to get some clothing and stuff for Serbia. I was supposed to be going myself, but I'm not now because of my passport. I had some passport issues and stuff.
I'm new passport.
So my passport was actually stolen in Mexico City during my training camp. So
That's mad stuff.
yeah, I had to deal with that when I was out there. I didn't really tell too many people about it because it was already a distraction. And if I let family and friends know about it, like more worry around it, it's not going to help anything.
100%. How'd you get back?
Emergency passport.
You have to pay for that?
Yeah.
Oh, peas.
It was a little bit, but I've got travel insurance, so
Yeah.
I'll get it back eventually.
So you got to wait now till it comes back.
Yeah.
How long does that take?
God knows, I've never done it before, man.
Wow.
But hopefully a couple of weeks.
Why was you in Mexico?
Mexico for a training camp.
Okay.
I was sparring with some top pros out there, getting ready for the World Championships in Serbia. I just came back from on last Tuesday. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll get back into that one in the future.
Sure.
We'll start off from the beginning. So, where was you born?
I was born in Reading.
Yeah.
Royal Berks Hospital, our local.
So you always lived in Reading, yeah?
Well, no, I haven't always lived in Reading, but more like for most of my life, I've lived in Reading. I moved out of Reading when I was about 12. I moved from Whitley to a place called Woodcote,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
just outside of Reading, like Pangbourne way. Then I moved back after about 3-4 years, back to West Battle Square. So yeah, but I've been all over. Yeah, I've been a Reading boy for most of my life. You know what I mean, I've been all over.
What about school? What school did you go to?
I went to Little Heath School, secondary school, and primary school. I went to St Michael's on the top of D Road.
What about school life? Did you get into like any fights or?
I had a couple of fights, but nothing like crazy. Like I was normally just a joker in school, really. Do you know what I mean?
Would you say like boxing come from like fighting in school or?
No, not even. Boxing come from like just life in general. Like I didn't like how people were bullies. I didn't like seeing a bully do something and not being able to do something myself. Do you know what I mean? So from that and from like I just wanted to be active as well. I used to play football before boxing.
So that was your first sport.
Yeah, first sport was football.
Did you think you was gonna be a footballer?
Nah. I was never like a great footballer.
What position did you play?
I was centre back.
Centre back, yeah.
And I played in Go actually for a little bit as well. So yeah, they mocked it. But
So you said like a Tomori thing, yeah? Quick.
yeah, so I don't know. I wasn't that quick.
You weren't quick? You're not tall?
Nah, I was strong. I was strong at the
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Hard to get past me if I concentrated. Like, hard to get past.
Hard for you though.
Huh?
Hard for who?
Hard for most of it. Hard for me. But yeah, man. I used to play football. Football and family. Like all my brothers are good footballers.
Because you got enough brothers, innit?
A lot of brothers.
Or siblings. How many siblings you got?
I got 19 just from my dad.
Mad.
19 from my dad and then 2 from my mum. So yeah, 21 siblings altogether.
That's
21 siblings.
Yeah, it's a lot. So it's a lot, but
Crazy.
it's life.
Cousins galore.
Oh,
Innit?
so many cousins. Probably more cousins than siblings in this town.
Yeah, you look got Reading pattern.
Oh, actually, I meant to say nieces and nephews, isn't it? But yeah, cousins.
Nieces, nephews. as
That's what
well.
you got, bro.
Yeah, so many cousins, and that's from the Bayesian side as well. You know what I mean, so.
What about school life? What like education was you good or?
Yeah, so I got my A levels, English language, PE. Actually, I failed PE. I got like a D in PE, and I got a C in history, which is proper weird for me. And I got a C or a B in English language. So it's crazy. Like I'm doing boxing now. But
Did you know back then you wanted to be a boxer?
Yeah,
Was you boxing back then?
Yeah, I was boxing from 15.
So you started at 15.
15 is when I started.
Do you reckon that's late?
Yeah,
A
depends.
little bit, innit?
It depends because some kids that start really early, they don't carry on.
Yeah, they lose interest,
Doing it for
innit?
too long, yeah. But 15, I think, is like perfect age. Like Errol Spence started at 15.
Yeah.
Joshua started at 18.
What made you?
I found a lot of people as well, like in football, when they start later on, sometimes they're better.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? It's weird.
more of a
Probably
drive.
they probably want to do it for themselves instead of their parents, isn't it?
Exactly. At 15, it wasn't, no one was pushing me to do it. I decided to do it.
Yeah, what made you like start boxing?
Yeah, so it was like, so I used to play football.
Mm.
I used to play football up until about 13. 13, I got hit by a car.
No
Broke
way.
my leg. Yeah, broke my leg. And then I never really played football the same. Like, I was always a bit like hesitant, like going in for challenges and stuff like that. And I wasn't like the greatest footballer either. Like, I don't want to try and
You know,
be that. Nah, start, man. I still play five-a-side, so anyone can still get a five-a-side. But yeah, from there, I was like 14. I was a bit like inactive, and I wasn't really doing much. I was going to the gym, going to a little backstreet gym actually on Oxford Road.
What was that called again?
Is it Kensington? It wasn't Kensington.
No, that's Southwood. That's Southwood.
By Kenny.
By Kenny, yeah, just by
that
like,
little
Kenny's there. And
Old school gym, Oxford Red one.
yeah,
Bare metal plates.
Yeah.
Why did I forget the name?
And that one
I've
bag,
been there a
one
few
skinny
times
bag
still.
at the front.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
You started off on there, yeah?
Yeah. And
Okay.
actually, someone told me in there, you punch like a girl.
Swear
So
down.
from there, I was like, nah, I'm going to the
Hey,
boxing.
come back, my guy now, bro.
Yeah. I hope I don't punch like a girl now.
What gym is that? Irish club?
I said, come back, my guy now.
Oh,
What's a girl?
I know who it is. Thinking about it,
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but when I
Box
see
him
him
in his mouth
we
next
laugh
time,
at-
no?
No, we laugh
Yeah.
at that.
Oh, okay.
He's cool.
You're gonna box him in his mouth now.
No.
Yeah, but Irish club you went after there, innit?
Yeah. So from there, I started at the at Reading ABC next to the Irish club, and I'm still there now, man. Still box out of that club.
Didn't change to other gyms, just stick to there, yeah?
Never. Like, I've sparred at loads of gyms, go all over the country now. But always stayed at Reading ABC, and always stayed with the same coach actually. Same coach that I just my last fight. I came out with him.
You two got a good relationship, innit?
Great relationship, man. Great
You
relationship.
need that, innit, to get somewhere in your career, innit?
100%. It's just respect. We both respect each other, and discipline.
He seems
Discipline
like
is
a
big
good
thing.
man.
Yeah, man. Good team. So.
So how long was you boxing for before you got into your amateur career?
So it started off as an amateur career. Like boxing is like you start off, and like your first fight normally is amateur. It should be amateur anyway. Like, some people do white collar first.
That's dry, innit?
I think it's just a waste of time. Like you train for 6 weeks and then you get into the ring, but it's dangerous. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't just be training for 6 weeks and then jump into a boxing ring. Like, anything can happen. People have died.
No head guards either, innit?
I don't. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, and a lot of these ones like Rivermead and stuff. I don't think they do head guards today. So yeah, man, it's a bit. They shouldn't really do that, man. But people like entertainment has kind of taken over. Like safety's kind of gone out the window. So yeah, it is what it is. But that's the world we live in right now.
You see, when you hit people, yeah,
Yeah.
do you really want to hurt them, or is it a points thing?
No.
Is it a score thing? Do you aim to kill?
No, I don't aim to kill.
Some people have that instinct, like, I'm gonna kill this brother, and I'm
On this wilder thing, innit?
Boom,
Nah,
aiming to punch through the face. Do you know what I'm saying?
I aim to punch through the face,
Okay.
but I don't aim to like try and kill you. Like I know this guy's got a family, he's got like friends. It's not that. Like I'm not trying to kill you, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you out of there as quickly as possible. Like, there's no overtime in boxing. Do you know what I mean,
So you don't come with like plans, because a lot of I've heard in boxing, yeah, like the promoter might say, take him in 4 rounds, don't take him in the first round. Do you not get any of that?
So because I'm still an amateur, I don't get any of that now.
Okay.
But as a pro, yeah, you do get some of that because some promoters don't want to pay this much and they pay round by round, and really it's all about money, and it's greed really. And yeah, promoters don't want to go in their pocket. They say, don't stop this guy because then we won't be able to get fights. And
Yeah.
that's happened with a lot of Reading boxers. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's sad and it's unfortunate, but
Ruins talent, innit?
yeah, it does. It ruins talent.
There's a lot of boxers in Reading that could have made it or
Yeah,
something,
that's
innit?
what.
Sure, man.
So I was gonna get on to, like, see in Reading, is there anyone that will take you in your weight? Do you reckon?
Oh, wait, there's no one in my weight.
There's no one in your
There's
weight.
no one in my weight. I'm the only middleweight from Reading. There's Felix Cash, and we've sparred a few times, and that's been good sparring, man.
Felix Cash.
Felix Cash. He's from Wokenham. So
Tried to say a few
just outside, but
He's got a title, innit?
he's got a British title. He's got a British title. So he's a few steps ahead of me. But yeah, we've mixed it up a few times, and Felix is a good lad, man. Great boxer. And who knows, one day we might be able to do something, but we'll see. We'll see. Innit?
How many amateur fights have you had then so far?
So I've had 26 amateur fights. 26.
No, yeah, that many, boy.
What's the record? 26. And how many wins, losses, draws?
26 fights, 24 wins, 2 losses.
Very good.
Yeah.
2 losses, a few knockouts.
Is it? How many
Not
knockouts?
too many. Not, 5.
You're more like a technical
Technique.
rather than like going for the knockouts and all that.
And do you know what? It's hard to get a knockout in 3 rounds with head guards on mostly. For most of my fights, I had head guards, but in the last 5 or 6, there's been no head guards. So.
Why?
Because when you get to like, it goes in like tiers of boxing. Like you go from like novice, and you fight like 4 or 3 2-minute rounds. And you go like open class, it's 3 3-minute rounds. Then you go to like international level, and that's like no head guards, but 3 3-minute rounds. It's like, yeah, man. It's
So what class are you in now then?
So international. I've been international.
Is that the highest one?
Yeah. I'm the top of the amateur game. I'm the
Is that like a rank, like pound for pound, sort of like for the amateurs?
I guess so. Like, you probably could say that now because I've been in the World Championships.
Is your name up there?
So there was 44 boxers in my category, and when it depends on who wins it all, then it will be decided. But I'm top 44 in the world for sure.
That's good.
For some
Very
reason,
good.
it feels with you, yeah, like there's a lot of boxing that ends, but with you, it seems like it's real and it's proper. Like I feel like a lot of amateurs, or no, people that are pro, or a few people that are pro and ends haven't had the amateur career you've had. Do you know what I'm saying? So it seems like you're building
You
yourself
more
up
seriously,
properly,
yeah.
and to
Instead of rushing and
to
going
take
pro
yourself
straight
there.
away.
Is that right? Or?
Yeah, like I've taken more of like an educated approach, like, and probably learnt from their mistakes. So you've got some good. There was a lot of good pros in just my gym, like in Reading ABC. All these top pros that you see now, except for Felix Cash actually, but all these top pros that you see and you've seen over the years, they have come from Reading ABC. They've been nurtured and trained from my coach. They might have parted ways and stuff, but yeah, they were started at my gym.
Most people started there, innit?
And so
I
watched these
went
boys.
there when I was little.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
Started for Drew.
you watch these guys and they do like well, but management might not be right, and other factors take place. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, exactly. You can learn from their mistakes, really, innit?
And I learned from their mistakes, so they kind of paved the way for me to just say, "No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to turn pro." I was a national champion after 6 fights. I could have turned pro after that. My coach.
This is what I'm saying.
After your first 6 fights.
This is what I'm saying. Like a lot of people would have done that.
Yeah, a lot of people would.
To be honest, if I was told I could be pro after 6 fights, I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, you can start getting
Not thinking
money,
straight,
yeah,
but then when you deep it, you don't want to mess up that pro record, don't it?
Nah,
And you want to keep that clean.
For me, I was like, I won 1 title, and I was like, boy, I might as well try with 2. Do you know
How many have you got?
I've got 4 national titles now. So
That's a good record, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's decent, and in 2 different countries. So 3 in this country, and then 1 in Jamaica. So
very good, man.
2 different countries. So yeah, trying to take over, man. Slowly.
So then, your first trip abroad was at Mexico?
Mexico, yeah. Back
International
in,
fight.
when was that, 2017? First international, that was my 12th fight.
How did that come about?
So, basically, I'd been a national champion, and I think 2-time national champion, and I was fighting for like a challenge belt, like a local title. Won that, and then the organisation that I'm with, they asked me, "Oh, do you want to go to Mexico? We're thinking of sending a few boxers," and they funded it all, they paid for it all. So
straight away, you said, "Yeah."
Like, yeah, of course. Like, I've never been to Mexico to box. I've been abroad. I've been to like Barbados and Jamaica, but that's holiday. I've never been for like work. So I jumped at the opportunity.
When you went there, won it all, obviously.
Yeah, went there, won it comfortably.
Was you nervous going to another country and fighting?
Yeah, that fight I was very nervous because it's like everyone at home. You're thinking, "No, I can't."
Did you go by yourself? Or?
Yeah, went by myself. My coach just sent me, and I went with a team that I didn't know. Do you know what I mean? All brand new boys, all from different clubs around the country, and we went over to Mexico. And
that's nerve-wracking still.
Very.
Did you experience any racism or did you feel like a black sheep out there or?
Nah, not racism. Like they were calling us gringos because they thought we were Americans. Do you know what I mean? And we were on the border, the Mexican-Texas border, so we were very close. We were in a place called Tamaulipas or something like that. But it's very dangerous. Like if you were to type it in now, they would say don't go there because it's like high risk of.
At the time you went there, was it like that as well?
There's going to be a lot of
kidnapping and stuff.
Madness at the border, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really socialise like that.
Gang
Can you?
life.
Straight to the gym, wherever you're going, back to the hotel.
But we didn't know that. We're just little kids. And we're naive and we're walking about and people are saying like, "Hey, gringo," and we're just looking around. We're just laughing about it. But like, who knows, man? Who knows what could have
You're
happened?
scheming on you, boy.
You know what I mean?
Check for your passport.
we did actually get chased one time.
Yeah.
And well, we got chased and we like a couple of us just started walking a bit faster and like walking. A couple of the boys, I'm not gonna mention.
Get it out.
Just flip it out. It was funny, man. They got bullied, man. They still get bullied to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's jokes, though.
Yeah, it's good.
So then, where else have you been for international fights?
Where else have I been? So I've been to Mexico 5 times for fights. I've been LA. I've been Jamaica. I've been to Spain. Just been to Serbia. And so I've been to them places there. I'm looking to go to a lot more, to be honest, to box.
So let's talk about that first loss you had.
Okay.
When was that in your career?
When I was 17, my 4th fight.
Yeah.
So, early doors. I just had 3 fights before. My first 3 fights, I had 2 knockouts. 3 wins, 2 knockouts. And one of them was in Reading. So I got a knockout in Reading in the first round.
That's hard.
In front of my people. It was amazing. You know what I mean? So you feel like 15, 16, even 17.
You feel like the man.
Like walking around.
Yeah, step out.
Got a knockout.
Yeah.
I mean, like, felt good. Felt invincible. And then it's like you take a loss and you're like, oh.
Yeah, how'd that make you feel?
Whoa, like
some people get
emotional,
like
man.
they step back and like.
Yeah, you're like, oh, right, like what could I have done wrong? Like, what did I do? Did I not train?
Did you lose by points or?
Yeah, lost by points. I've only
Did you feel like you lost on points?
Yeah,
like,
I didn't feel like he had better tactics than me. Do you know what I mean? Like he was more experienced, a lot more experienced, but I take every loss and I say like I take blame and accountability because that's the only way I can grow. Do you know what I mean? If I start blaming other people for my mistakes, because there's only me in the ring, no one else is in the ring. Do you know what I mean? So I got to take accountability, and he had better tactics on the night. And
is he still boxing now?
God knows.
Oh.
God knows. This was when I was 17. I'm 24 now, innit? So if he is still boxing now, we got to run it back eventually. We got to run it back now.
So obviously the recent loss was this recent fight, obviously.
Yeah.
Was that in Serbia?
Yeah, Serbia against. So I was representing Jamaica, my dad's country.
How come you didn't represent England?
So it's political. So in English boxing now, it's split into 2 groups. And it's England Boxing and the Alliance. And
I heard of Alliance.
So there used to be just England Boxing, but the Alliance broke away from England Boxing because of a lot of like politics. Yeah, politics in boxing. And Reading ABC were with the Alliance. So I wasn't actually allowed to represent England Boxing. So my coach had told me, if you ever get an opportunity to box for any country that your parents are from, then we, like, do you know what I mean, we'll support you and we'll happily do that. Like,
did you not want to go to like England side or?
No, of course. Like, it would have been easier to go to the England side because it's just in Sheffield, and you would be funded. You get sponsorship. You get something like, I don't know, 20, 30 grand a year, something like that. And that, as like a 17, 18, 19-year-old,
it's the right money, isn't it?
It's decent money, and you don't have to look for your own sponsors. That's enough to cover you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it would have been good, but at the same time, like, my journey has been this, and
everything's written, isn't it?
Yeah,
so in effect as well, your loyalty to your club has put you in that situation.
100%. Reading ABC have done tremendous things.
No, but what? So sorry to cut you in, but like in terms of like, obviously you said you could have had the sponsorship, the 30k sponsorship and all them things. If you wasn't with Reading ABC, you might have that.
Yeah, potentially.
But then I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because your journey's your journey, innit? People go through ups and downs, come higher. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just something that came through my head, innit? So I just thought I'd highlight it.
No, for sure. But I feel like whatever God's will is
exactly that.
I think maybe going through like that, not having it, and like grinding for it and all that.
Exactly.
It's better, innit?
Makes
Yeah,
you
hungry. Yeah.
You've got to have hunger in this.
If you're given, it's just given to you on a plate. You're not going to be.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So your struggle, in effect, could bring you above all these people that are getting the 30 grand advances and all these things.
For sure, man. Like the English boy in this tournament as well, the World Championships, we went out on the same round. So I lost against India and he lost against Serbia. So it's like, it just goes to show we can both
come from different places.
like he's come from the more like not privileged, but he's
Yeah.
been supported and had a lot more international experience.
And he's got to the same stage as you.
We got to the same stage, went out at the same stage. So it just shows we're just on the same level. And if we mixed it up, who knows what would have happened? Like, obviously, I back myself 1,000%. But yeah, we'll see. And I can't talk about what ifs, but we might meet one day. So,
Is there anyone you really want to fight?
anyone
You
I
wanna
really
call
want
out?
to fight?
On this podcast right now. Right now.
That's more of a pro thing, though, isn't it?
I can't fight anyone. I don't.
It's not more of a pro thing.
Yeah, like calling out other fighters, isn't it?
He might have had beef.
Oh no, it's not. Like, there's nothing like. It's never anything personal.
No.
Never personal. Like getting there in this business. If anyone wants to fight me, I'll happily take a fight as long as it makes sense. You can draw numbers and.
Going back to that loss, so I didn't
Yeah.
get to it properly.
Go on.
Do you think you deserved to lose that fight, or
My last loss.
yeah? Sorry.
Yeah. I thought I didn't come out the ring feeling like I'd won, and that was strange for me because I always come.
That means I felt like probably you knew you didn't do good enough then.
Yeah, no, I didn't get going quickly enough. Do you know what I mean? Like that first round wasn't busy enough, and I got scored a 10-8, which I thought was a bit harsh and a bit silly, but that's neither here nor there. It's like, yeah, man, if I would have done what I normally do, and if I would have done what I did in the third round and the first, then I would have won the fight.
I did watch it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I felt I get what you mean. In your other fights, you
Start off a lot faster.
he wasn't as aggressive, innit?
I wasn't as aggressive, and he was. Don't get me wrong, like
You feel like he was a
lump.
difficult boxer.
Nah, it wasn't difficult, but he was just awkward, like throwing shots. You see how he was throwing shots, and it was really strange. Like it felt like different sports at one point. Like it felt like we're in
When you was in there, was you thinking, "Wow, this guy"?
I know exactly your feeling though.
No, I didn't feel like raw. Like didn't feel like it's crazy. But
Was you getting annoyed because you couldn't get at him, or
nah, but I just felt like it took me a little bit to like get used to his style, and by the time I got used to it, it was too late for me to clutch it back. So
I know you feel sometimes man's put on gloves, yeah.
yeah,
A man's got a proper stance and ready to fight, man.
Yeah.
And they're coming swing.
crazy.
Well, your stance goes out the window, but you're kind of like, rah, boy.
They're just
You know where
dealing
to
with
go.
it.
Do you know what I'm
I was
saying?
a bit overwhelmed, so that's what it was for me. And I think, like, if you watch, you probably see that I started taking over in the third round. So for me, I was upset. Don't get me wrong, I was upset because I've had a winning streak for 7 years. Like in Call of Duty terms, that's a nuke.
yeah?
But yeah, like obviously, I wanted to do things that Andre Ward's done. He went unbeaten for like 17 years, and Mayweather and stuff. But yeah, as I said before, God's will is God's will.
You know, it's a learning curve, innit? I think for a reason, man.
And
But it happens
You got
now.
the pros to come, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And I've got my own approach. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather take an L now. And I take
You've been in a
it
situation now where you felt like you fought a difficult boxer in
Yeah.
amateurs. If that comes in the pros now,
Yeah.
you know what to do about it, innit?
And these are like future legends that I'm fighting now. These are some of the world's best. Like that guy, he was a lump. Do you know what I mean?
You reckon he'll be about in the professional?
But he'll probably be like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
In the professionals. I'm 24. I'm going to be a middleweight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be a middleweight for sure. I might move up towards the end of my career. But I'm 24. I could be pro now because I'm that age. Do you know what I mean? But he's only 19. He's a bit younger. He could be pro as well, but it's early doors for him. But it's life, man. It's life. I'm not letting it.
When are you looking to go pro?
Who knows, man? Who knows? Like we've got.
Do you know what? 'Cause I thought I had someone say not that longer that you was turning pro.
I was gonna turn pro before Jamaica got in touch with me
Yeah.
about.
So they got at you, yeah?
Yeah, they got in touch with me about going to the Olympics back in 2020, and then COVID's delayed things and stuff, and it got cancelled. Argentina, the qualifiers, and then I was going to turn pro, and then
So if you went through the Olympic route after that, you would turn pro.
yeah,
So COVID kind of messed you up, really, innit?
yeah, it did for sure. Like it just put everything on pause, and it's like you're used to flying about and fighting, and then COVID's happened, and it's like you're not doing anything. You're just training in the gym by yourself, and
It's taken away 2 years of everyone's life, really.
It has.
So
It has.
waiting for the next Olympics a bit too long, though, isn't it? Really.
I'm 27. Like for me, by 27, I want to be like world titles. I want to have world titles and be reigning.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself?
5 years, I think.
Retired, nearly retired.
Nah, not even like 5
World
years.
champion, isn't it? You
29. Yeah, I want to be world champion, and I want to have all the belts, and I want to just be defending them. To be honest, like, yeah, within 3 years, 4
you're
years,
going
if
to
I can.
40 like Mayweather, yeah.
Yeah, or even further if I can,
Yeah.
man. If I can push it, like Mayweather.
Is he your inspiration? Your main inspiration?
One of.
Who are your
My
inspirations?
Main is a boxer called Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, great fighter. Man. I
I
think
have
we
no
talked
idea.
about him before
Yeah.
in the barbershop. Like, what a fighter, man.
Yeah.
What a fighter.
Unbeaten.
He wasn't unbeaten, but he was like Olympic gold medalist. And if you watch his style, Sweet Pea on YouTube, it's just incredible. He didn't get hit, and when he did hit people, he made it count. Like, he'd slip a punch, hit him, knock him out. Cold. It's
Yeah, so like he charged him up. I think.
yeah, it's crazy,
I
crazy.
don't know you're on about. What does he look like?
Quite short. He had like a fade, small. He was only like a super.
Was he like a light skinned brother? Or?
No, he's dark skin,
Oh.
American, and he was like he was flashy and stuff, and he used to do stuff in the ring, but he was just a good boxer, and he deserved to be flashy because no one could hit him, and he was like the Mayweather before Mayweather.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's
Okay.
So who would you say like the top 5 fighters?
right now or of all
Do
time.
Do three. Do
3?
do top 3 in order. So
Well, now or before, or both?
we do 2 on it. We do all time and then we do currently. So
Okay.
we do all time right now. So number 1 being the best, 2 second, third.
I think Mike Tyson has to be number 1. Man.
I always
Yeah.
say that, you know, man, disagree with me all the time.
Yeah.
Gotta be Mike Tyson.
I feel like, if he trained properly,
That was my favourite, but
Yeah.
he'd have been different level, bro.
How can you disagree? Like he was knocking people out at 19 years old.
Like 15, see how big that guy was, bro.
19 years old. He's 5'10". He's shorter than me, and he's a heavyweight, and he's knocking out guys at 6'7". That's insane and like unheard of. So it has to be him.
See the guy that beat Muhammad Ali?
Which one?
yeah, no.
I can't remember his name, but Mike Tyson.
Now you
knocked him
said
out
that, I
afterwards.
give it to Mike
Larry
Tyson
Holmes.
as well.
Larry
Yeah,
Holmes. Yeah, he did the same, and he told him, "I'm gonna knock him."
yeah,
out.
that's hard.
And he did. He knocked him out. That was a vicious knockout.
So I'm gonna get him for you.
He did. Yeah, but Larry Holmes beat Muhammad Ali when
He was-
Ali was past.
Yeah.
I mean, like it wasn't like a credible win, but
Who would you say then would win out of that fight, Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson?
it's hard, isn't it? Because you feel like
I thought Tyson.
I always say
you feel
Tyson.
like Tyson.
But Tyson ran into him, boy.
Both in their prime.
No, man. Like Muhammad Ali always found a way against these hard hitting guys. Like George Foreman was a banger as well. And
Yeah, he got on the looks still.
and he took so many shots.
His record's mad as well, isn't it?
Who's that?
George Foreman.
I didn't even. What was? Oh, it was because he boxed till he was
Yeah.
54, didn't he? Yeah, man. Nah, George Foreman was a very good boxer, but he's more known for his grills.
And
than me.
better people don't know he's a
number
boxer
2.
still.
Number 2, it's got to be Floyd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Floyd.
Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
For sure. Unbeaten, flashy, and yeah, man, he did everything well. Didn't do anything wrong. Precise. Yeah, it's got to be Floyd.
3. Muhammad.
3. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Muhammad Ali, man. He's the
Not
greatest.
because he said that.
Nah, but he's always said he's the
That's
greatest.
predicted, bro.
And it's like head movement. He was the first boxer that came around and started dancing because before that, everyone just used to stand in the middle and just have a scrap. But he used to do like tactical, innit? Tactics, everything, man. So yeah, probably Muhammad Ali.
What about of this generation now?
This generation right now, it's looking like
Canelo.
Canelo's
Got to be up there.
He's up there. But I think
I say
personally,
Mayweather.
These
Because he can come back in.
he can, but he's a bit old now. He's like 41 now. 41,
Yeah.
42.
Canelo is different.
Canelo, yeah.
Canelo's good, but I think Terence Crawford's probably the best. Terence Crawford, he's a welterweight.
I know he is, but I can't
He
remember.
is, you know.
He's undisputed light welterweight champion,
Mm.
undisputed, and yeah, if him and Errol Spence fought, that would be. I think it'd be for all the belts, or maybe 3 belts. No, it's all the belts. So yeah, he's the welterweight, but he's a great boxer, man. Great boxer right now.
That's number 1 or 2.
So number 1 is Terence, and then Canelo's
Second.
number 2, number 3. It's tough. Maybe Usyk because of what he just did to Joshua. Like
Usyk
just
still.
outclassed him, didn't he? Like
I know.
I
He
went to that fight. It was a good
You went to
fight.
it?
Yeah, I went to that fight.
No way.
Yeah. I was.
What's the atmosphere like?
I was on the floor seats as well.
Yeah, actually, I see your Snapchat.
Yeah.
That must be mad.
Nah, the atmosphere was good.
I like the
It was Tottenham,
atmosphere in
man.
boxing.
How'd you get them tickets? Or-
No, my sponsor, Roof Tech
okay.
Advance, man.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's just proper good.
Big up.
Man. Yeah, big up Lee, man. He's good sponsor, and just good man as well in general. I mean, God fearing man, and he's blessed. Blessed me.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 heavyweights then for right now?
Top 5 heavyweights right now. Yeah, it's got to be Usyk. Usyk's just technical.
Then
Still
Fury.
Joshua's still up there. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Well, you put him before Fury.
I think he beats Fury.
You
I said
reckon?
this to everyone.
Oh,
We
no
got
chance.
to make a bet, you know.
It's styles, mate. We can make a bet. It's styles.
Why haven't they
mate.
boxed it, man?
Huh?
Why haven't they boxed it?
Because it's all about politics.
It's about money
Bro,
as well, isn't it?
Fury needs to hurry up and knock my man out.
I
man.
think Fury doesn't want to box him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'd love for
They were
AJ
supposed to
to
fight.
Yeah.
They were supposed to fight, and then Wilder he activated his clause, didn't he? And it's like all of a sudden, Fury's so happy to fight Wilder. Why are you so happy to fight Wilder when you've got a fight with AJ in Saudi for more money?
I don't know.
You don't get happy about fighting for less money in the professional game ever, unless you're a bit worried about him because you got this 6'7".
You might want to end it on the AJ note though.
Nah, you don't, man.
Because if he does that, boy,
Yeah, he's done everything, innit?
he's done
I personally think he'll beat him.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but they got to wait and see the fight, man.
He's got back
I
your
know
boy.
boxing, man.
It's
I'm
happen.
unimpressed by
It
AJ.
doesn't
man.
happen.
Depends. Like people losing and stuff now. I don't know, man. I think AJ and Wilder will fight.
Do you reckon AJ will get his titles back?
No.
I don't think he will.
I don't think so. I think
Usyk's
now
different levels for him still.
Usyk is too hard to beat,
AJ beat Wilder.
and then all the belts going to be split up.
Nah.
Yeah.
AJ v Wilder, just who lands first?
Yeah.
Who lands first?
I think
wins.
Wilder's got more of a chin.
You think?
Yeah, I reckon Wilder have more of
No,
a
man.
chin than Anthony, boy.
I don't know, man.
Anthony's been,
He
been more.
get hit and he looks
He's-
puzzled, bro. He looks like a little.
Do you know
kid.
what? For me, yeah, I feel like he don't want to get hit no more.
Yeah, he don't. He's a bit gun shy, innit?
Yeah.
Because he's been knocked out.
And the
he
Reeves just rattled him.
Get knocked out. It's not.
That was
it's
lethal.
not
Have you been knocked out?
Nah, I've never been knocked out. I've never
Dazed?
been dropped or I've been dazed. Like I've been dazed in sparring and stuff, and it's like you gotta get your head together and that. But yes, you expect it. Like you don't get in the shower and not get wet. Do you know what I mean? Jump in the ring, you're gonna get hit.
Is there anyone in Reading you like growing up boxing? You looked at for inspiration, like you had Tank at your gym.
Yeah, Tank, like Tank's technique, and I say this to everyone. Tank's technique was perfect in terms of like he just knows how to slip and throw a hook. And I just used to watch
Tight
him.
boxer, innit?
Tight, and I used to just watch him as a kid and just think, like, one day I want to be able to throw a hook like that and throw a right hand like that. And I'm left-handed, but a backhand like that, and it's just like I used to watch him on the pads and think, wow, like he actually does everything the way my coach tells him to do it. And yeah, man, I've got a lot of respect for Tank and
Sparred him.
yeah, we sparred before. We sparred when I was a lot younger. And a
Yeah,
lot
if he didn't play games, innit? He'd be hitting you hard.
Listen, he teaches you that boxing is not a joke.
Yeah,
It's
well.
not a sport. Like it's not a sport like football. Like, it's not a match. You don't have like a game of boxing. It's a fight. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, Tank will teach you that stuff.
Any other boxers in Reading?
There's a few good boxers in Reading. Like I've got no issues with any boxer in Reading, but I just think Reading is a bit. I don't know. Everyone is a bit too like prideful, and it gets a bit silly at times. Like, instead of pushing each other and
Man, I talk behind each other's back and
it's
talk,
just,
man.
it gets just a bit silly, and I just try and stay away from it. Really,
That's the best way to be, man.
do you know what I mean?
It's very easy to bite back, though.
Culture, though.
It is, but
I don't know. I feel like Reading's
it's
like
it's
anyway.
a Reading culture as
Yeah.
well. Like
Yeah.
people don't want to
Anything
see
you're
each
doing
other.
with could be sport, business, anything.
Silly. It's silly. Like if we were all to push each other properly and without any like animosity, envy, and jealousy, everyone will grow.
Yeah.
100%.
Unfortunately, that's not the case. And
I feel like that's probably why a lot of people in Reading don't make it nowhere.
no,
Because do
because
you feel like you get supported?
I feel like I get supported by the right people.
Do you feel like you can get a bit more support?
No, I feel like my support's good.
Yeah.
I feel like my support, and I think my last fight showed that.
To be fair, on Instagram and that, I see a lot of people sharing it.
It's popping. My phone now is going so crazy that I want to get another phone and just push this one to the side.
Famous.
Nah, not like
You
that.
were getting time getting stopped and that.
Nah, not like that. Not like that. But I just went to the shop and the kid said, he looked at my hat and he said, "Are you the boxer?" And I was like, "I'm a boxer, yeah."
Yeah.
But maybe he's seen it and it's like it's starting.
Man,
to
the
build
next
a little
2-3 years, you're going to be getting that normal.
Yeah, it's crazy, but this is what I've trained for. So it's like
That
shocking.
keep you going.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know. It's not like it is shocking, but it's like you gotta like put yourself together and say, this is what you've worked for. You've worked to be in this position for the spotlight to be on you. So don't act shocked now and surprised that it's happening, because you've been working hard and you deserve it.
Do you know who he looked like?
Oh God, here we go.
Rico from Pain and Fool.
Oh, don't say that.
Rico. Oh, the snake. Wait, the one that just passed away?
Yeah, just passed away still. Well, that's been just then, I just see it, I was like,
Nah, I hate Rico, man.
Nah.
Can't really see it still.
Nah?
Nah, it's probably because I ain't got the beard right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know how the beard goes, man. The beard.
Go with.
Don't.
You can't put that beard.
Nah, my little brother's got a good beard right
This guy had a beard when he was like 13.
Yeah, man.
So why is it you can't have a beard in boxing? In amateur, sorry.
Strange, because they only just changed the rules back. So I was going into that tournament.
Because you could at one point, innit?
Yeah, I was going into the tournament.
Man, beard get ripped off when they get hit.
Nah, not even. It's just tradition. It's tradition. They just say...
There's nothing to do with safety or...
Yeah, they're saying that, no, there's nothing to do with safety, because...
I know it's not, but...
But it's like tradition, and it looks better, and you look younger, apparently, and that's a better thing. I don't know. It's a bit strange. I went into the tournament telling everyone that I can have a beard, and then I had to come out on camera, and the beard was good.
I see why they do it now, though.
Why?
Because seeing amateurs is probably like a lot of mixed ages. You probably, like, he's 24, you probably get some 17-year-olds.
And you get
in amateurs, do you know what I'm saying? So you got a man with a big beard coming against little kids that don't look right. You know what I'm saying? And also it's a psychological thing for the child, isn't it? That's boxing the adult, like, right.
Oh, yeah. But
you
have to be 18. You have to be
18, yeah? To fight anyone above.
In these worlds, in the world.
It's still 18 compared to certain 25-year-olds that you can tell the difference.
Stronger. Yeah, you're going to be stronger. You should be stronger, but you know.
So in the pros, you can do what you want.
You can have whatever you want, man. As long as it can't, like, you can't have, like, dreads and, like, they're all going everywhere. They've got to be tied up. You can't have, like, a huge beard. Like, do you know what I mean? You've got to be tied in, not neat, and not distracting the other boxer. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Distraction as well, yeah?
Yeah. That's what they say. I think it's a bit silly, but you just got to listen and crack on, innit?
So on your journeys to these countries fighting over, have you met any, like, influencers?
Influencers, like, yeah,
like
I met
boxers?
some great people. Julio Cesar Chavez, I met Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Shane Mosley, Felix Cash, Conor Benn, Nigel Benn, Ted Cheeseman, all these guys. I've met loads of boxers, man. Loads of boxers. And hopefully I'll meet some more. I'm going to Mexico next week for the WBC convention.
Canelo, hopefully. Yeah.
Canelo's going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Tyson Fury will be there.
Get some pictures.
Jones. Yeah, get some pictures and be a fan for a day.
Do you reckon, like, when you go there, any people, like, recognise you there?
I don't know. I doubt it. Not yet.
Not
yet, because I'm not in the pro game yet. But who knows? I know the president of the WBC, so it's good to have a contact like that. Like, I've got his phone number. He's got mine. He follows me on Instagram. It's an honour. Do you know what I mean? To have someone so big in boxing, and like everyone wants that green belt, and he's the president of that. So, and he respects me and he rates me as a boxer. So that's a great feeling.
So what? Say like like the camps sort of stage. What's like the normal day for you?
Normal day. So I wake
time
up.
You wake up and whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So open my eyes, wake up, and I do my meditation before anything. So I brush my teeth, do my meditation, 10 minutes, and then I go for my run in the morning.
What time's that?
5:30. I'll be out on the road. Probably get back at 6:30, maybe 45 minutes. It depends really. 45 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. And then I'll chill. Because I'm sponsored, I literally just train every day. Then I'll chill for a bit. Might play PlayStation, might go to sleep, might just eat and then just chill. And then midday I'm training again, strength and conditioning. It could be legs, could be arms, whatever. And then in the evening boxing, sauna, swim, and then get ready for the next day and do it all again.
So what's your sponsorship like now? Like, is it like cash sponsorship, or is it like, is it shopping? Is it like a breakdown of what you need and they pay for it, or is it a certain amount a month?
Yeah, so it's a breakdown, and different sponsors do different things. So I've got a couple of sponsors that provide services like massage, food sponsor. SKG was a food sponsor that I had for quite a while, but I decided to go on a different avenue now.
Doing
She's
the art
like,
and stuff.
art
Yeah.
page, and she's doing the creative stuff. But yeah, like you can have services, you can have like people just giving you a monthly amount, like a wage and stuff, and yeah, different. You gotta just negotiate and go whatever way you see fit. But I've got a lot of decent sponsors. I've got like seven or eight sponsors now. Been sponsoring me for the past 2-3 years. So yeah, and I've just moved out of my house. So yeah, financially I'm in an okay position. Yeah, I can live with just my sponsorships, and I can stay amateur for a while and just live like this.
You're gonna stay amateur for a while then?
Who knows, man? I got some decisions to make. I can go to the Commonwealth Games, Jamaica. I've said
When's that?
in July, and it's in Birmingham.
That's a moment.
When are you 25?
I'm 25 in May. So,
May.
and I wanted to turn pro at 23. So
Yeah, I was thinking 25 is a good age to switch things up, but obviously
it just depends.
it's how many fights can you get in before that time?
And that's that as well. And it's, yeah, there's a few factors that come into it. Like, I don't know. I've got some thinking to do because I've got a couple of like there's talks about offers there. So
The right offer come up at like next like couple months. You take it.
depends. It depends what it is. It's not just about the money as well. It's got to be like the right fights in the right places, and everything. Everything's got to make sense. And if it does, and it feels right in my heart, then I'll follow that, and hopefully I'll make the right decision.
So your record is what again? Sorry,
26 fights, 24 wins,
That's
2
talent,
losses.
boy. 24 wins, yeah.
24 wins. Yeah.
That's mad.
You still get nervous when you're fighting, like
Nah.
walking through.
Nah,
It's
I was
normal
not
now.
nervous. That last fight, I was not nervous, but it can go against you as well. Because if you're not nervous, you can be a bit too relaxed. And like nerves are good sometimes. You know what I mean? Like nerves they keep you sharp.
It's part of your natural instincts to perform.
Do you know what I mean? So
What about you reckon your first pro fight then? You reckon you be nervous for that?
potentially because it's different and like smaller gloves, a lot more people I could imagine, and it's like your people. So maybe, but I don't know. Like I've been in the ring 26 times. Like I know how to not get hit, and I know how to try and hurt people. So
What would you say your style was like? If you could compare it to another boxer, what was your style like?
styles like.
Or are you in your own category?
I don't know, like, I try and emulate, like, Pernell Whitaker in a way, because that was the first boxer I ever watched, and my coach told me to watch, but I wouldn't say my style was exactly his style. It's a bit of him and a bit of, like, it's a mix-up, really, a bit of this, bit of that. But, yeah, I'm a southpaw, I'm a counter-puncher, but I'm trying to get that aggressive style now and come forward and try and put pressure on people. And I think we see that in the third round of my last fight. I was starting to do that, so we'll get that for the pros for sure. Yeah, man.
What advice would you give the younger lot that's trying to become get into boxing or become a boxer?
Listen to your coach, follow your coach, and don't get distracted. Like a lot of boxers, they get to a certain age, like 17, 18. You can start clubbing now. You can start drinking now. There's girls.
It's
there.
got to be strict, innit?
Just gotta focus.
You can't really party in that, really, can you?
I can, but it's like I don't want to. I'm that
Okay.
focused. I don't really want to. Like I don't feel like I deserved it unless I've won. Do you know what I mean? Like after my loss, I don't feel like I deserve to party yet. So I'm gonna have a break. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not gonna be out here celebrating because there's nothing to celebrate. I wanted to come back with a win and with a belt around my waist. So I've got to go and hit the nail on the head in the pros. Do you know what I mean?
See, remaining humble is a big part of success as well, because obviously a lot of people they probably get into boxing and come around with a certain persona where they're throwing themselves out there. I'm the bad man now because I can fight and all these things here. And they're getting themselves in situations that stop them from becoming the real bad man with the title around their waist. You get what I'm saying? So,
For sure, man. For sure. Like it can't do any harm being humble.
Have you got tips for kids to stay content at home?
Yeah, like just like don't let it get to your head. Like people will gas you up and they'll say this and that, but don't let it get to your head. Listen to what your coach is saying. And like listen to the people that will tell you the bad stuff. Like anyone can tell you good stuff about yourself, but who's telling you what you can improve on? Because no one is a perfect boxer or a perfect person. Do you know what I mean? So how can you improve on yourself as a boxer and as a person?
Exactly.
And if you always think like that, then surely you've got to be some kind of like you've got to be humble. But if you think that you're great and you're this fantastic person. You're a fantastic boxer that can never be beaten, and it's good to think that way at times. But if you let it really get to your head and you let your head
mash
swell
you up, innit?
then you'll just see that anyone can be humbled. Do you know what I mean? And everyone can be humbled. Mike Tyson lost. Do you know what I mean? So that killer lost, you can lose.
And I'm gonna settle an immature debate right now. Yeah.
Go on.
How much can you bench in the gym?
I can bench probably about 110 maybe.
Okay, so the debate's out the window.
What was you gonna say?
I'm about to say, like, there's a debate about, like, if you can bench more, or if
Or
you're
lift more.
stronger in gym, then you're stronger
I don't mean nothing, man.
on the road, innit? But I was going to just settle it now, innit? And I was expecting you to tell me, like, 70. Let's say 110.
about
You're like, shit, that's more than me.
Yeah, boy,
About
don't fuck with my man.
Nah, about 110.
Yeah, that's mad.
I don't really bench, but
How much you weigh, though?
I'm about 75 kg.
See, that's good, boy. Very strong.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not
Very
bad.
strong, though,
It's
for your
just
weight.
Jamaican powers.
Yeah.
Something else is driving me, but yeah, probably about 110, something like that. If I worked on it though, and after boxing, I definitely want to see what I can push my body to, my strength to, because I've definitely got strength there, but I've never been able to explore it in boxing because you can't do too much weights. And when I do weights, it's light weights.
Like mad.
It's a lot of reps. And it's just trying to get that repetitive and that muscular endurance. So yeah, after boxing though, I'm gonna be a bit wedge. I think. I want to try and get wedge.
I see you got the your clothing brand on.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that for?
Oh, must be a couple of years. Well, yeah, a couple of years. I started my own thing, but I wasn't like selling it. I just thought I'd just get out there and wear my own thing. And then people just started asking me about it. So maybe like over a year and a half, 18 months.
Yes, one time I went to meet my boy and he's wearing that. I was thinking, rah, I didn't even know you knew Damon still.
Yeah, and
A lot of people wear it now, isn't it?
More recently, it's gone pretty crazy. Like before Mexico, I probably sold about 50 tracksuits and maybe like 60 tops. And now,
So where can you get them from? If you
money, innit?
want to buy them.
Yeah. So if you want to get them, so
Turn
my
around,
website
man.
will be going live hopefully tomorrow, and you can get them from the shop on the website.
Yeah, we'll put that in the link in the bio.
For sure, man. For sure, yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can go and order. You can have a look, and if it's your style, then feel free, man, and support the boy.
Certainly. So, in terms of the clothing brand, yeah, you planning to take that, like, further than yourself? When I say that, I mean, like, not just have people buy it to support you, but make it like a sports brand. So maybe go and get, like, some sports tech stuff, and then put your brand on it and try and put it in Sports Direct, for example. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you have that vision for your clothing? Because potentially, it could be that, innit? But,
I don't know.
like, I've got a friend who's a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Well, he's an old friend of mine, and he's gonna create a goalkeeping glove brand. Do you know what I'm saying? So obviously, like, you could create a boxing brand,
Potentially.
know what I'm saying?
Potentially. I never really thought about it like that. Like,
boxing gloves. Go and source out your own.
Yeah, maybe.
Get me?
Maybe, who knows, man? Who knows? Like, I don't just think of myself as like a boxer, to be honest. Like,
You are your brand, innit?
I think, yeah, your brand, and it's like, I know that I'm 24 now. I'm not gonna box forever. I've probably got at a push. I'll box until I'm like 38. Yeah, 38, 40. Like with my style, maybe 40 if I'm lucky. But yeah, 40 years old, you shouldn't be boxing anymore. Like a 40-year-old.
I thought 40, like even late 30s are cold.
Yeah, like 36, really. Like, a lot of people might tell me that, but I think with my style, if I don't get hit, I could probably get away with it.
So you say you didn't get hit that much then?
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is though? I reckon a lot.
You know what? Yeah, you ain't really got a broken nose.
Nah, like, yeah, try and keep it.
On this Floyd thing.
I mean, try and keep it. Yeah.
I reckon a lot of boxers get sapped into the game and stay for longer than they have to or would want to, because they might have been like 35 years old, got beat by somebody, and then they need to get the opportunity to fight somebody they've always wanted to beat, so they've got to keep on fighting and fighting to get to that point, and they get knocked
money,
down.
innit?
And then,
Sure.
do you know what I'm saying? So,
More money. Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of boxers stay in it because there's no other avenue of money or income that they can get, or they think they can get. Do you know what I mean? They just think, oh, I might as well just take this fight because I've always done it. But I think like these days, people are becoming more clued up on things and trying to get different like streams of income, and I think that's better because you can't just rely on one thing. And if you do rely on one thing, put all your eggs in one basket, and it can just go to go to piss, to be honest.
I feel like Dylan White, yeah. Although he wants like Tyson Fury and he wants all these people, I think he wants to get back to Anthony Joshua. And that's why I said that about the getting beat and then coming back and staying on. I feel like Dylan White wants him.
He does. He probably does because he wants to avenge his loss. And he's a fighter. Do you know what I mean? He's a proper.
He's actually hard, so.
He is, man. He's a
brawler.
good fighter. Yeah, a good brawler. He's always entertaining. Man.
That Chisora fight, that was a good fight, still.
Yeah. Me and the boys were talking about going to his next fight, but
Fury.
the one that just got cancelled. Sorry.
Fury, so White's fight.
Yeah. White. It just got cancelled, didn't it?
He might be fighting Fury now, isn't it?
Yeah. So that fight, but you reckon that'll be in the UK? Because I don't know, man.
I don't know. I said to my boy, if that's UK, I'll book it straight away.
Go there, yeah. There's a few fights I want to go to. I want to go to that Lyndon Arthur fight, Lyndon Arthur and Yard. That's a proper good fight, man.
What, number 2?
Yeah, Copper Box.
Yeah.
I think me and the boys will be going. Still, we'll be showing out. That'll be good.
Do you have like a... See, like some people go back and watch some people's fights to like revise from. Who do you watch?
To revise from Terence Crawford for sure. I just think his boxing style was amazing. Floyd, it's got to be Floyd.
Do you just watch man in your own weight, or
No. I try and watch lighter, heavier. But my own weight is obviously it's close to me, and these could be like potential opponents one day. So yeah, I watch these guys. Errol Spence is an amazing boxer as well, and he's Jamaican too. So he's got a soft spot in my heart. Innit? A Jamaican boxer. I go hard for Jamaica in it. So yeah, man.
you see when you go to Jamaica, you get shown bare love?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course, like Jamaican national champion.
There are a lot of Jamaican boxers out there.
Yeah, Jamaica's got this huge, like, they love boxing. And they've got loads of boxers there. And they've got a few different gyms. It's just about, like, funding and stuff now, because they don't get funding like, say, sprinters would get. Do you know what I mean? You've got to kind of do it the hard way. And obviously, where I've got sponsors and stuff, I can box for Jamaica and still I've got sponsors in England. So I'm blessed in that way. And I'm able to progress in ways that maybe some of the Jamaican boxers wouldn't be able to. But hopefully we'll be able to make a change soon, and I think you'll see at the Commonwealth Games that there'll be a big change in Jamaica boxing. Sure.
So you're gonna take part in the Commonwealth Games?
See, man.
Is it your mum that's Jamaican?
My dad. My mum is half English and half Bayesian.
Yeah, because you said about Bayesian. Yeah, that makes sense because Sanchez Jamaican.
Sanchez is my dad's one of my dad's children, so that's my brother. Yeah. But yeah, Jamaican on that side.
So where's the Barbados colours on your logo then?
They're not on my logo because they didn't take me on. So I tried to box for Barbados before. Tried to box for Barbados before Jamaica. Yeah. Because obviously I've always lived with my mum. And I would box for Barbados before Jamaica if they gave me the shot. I tried to get a passport and they wouldn't give me a passport because they said it's too far up the line. Like my mum was born here, her dad was born here, and it was my great grandmum that was born in Barbados. So they wouldn't give me a passport, but my dad was born in Maypen, Clarendon. So they gave me a passport as soon as I applied for one. And I was like, of course, I'm going to the Nationals then. Won the Nationals and I'm on the team.
So my nan was
Barbados probably vexed now.
You reckon I can apply for a Bayesian passport?
Your nan?
Yeah.
So is it your dad's mum?
Dad's mum.
Yeah, you'll be able to because it's just your grandparent, but it's my great grandparent. So I wasn't able to. But to be honest, Jamaica's a bigger country than Barbados.
Yeah, yes.
Harder fight, so it's better for me.
It's bigger than everywhere, innit?
Things up for a reason. If it's
Especially
real.
in sports.
Exactly.
Sector, innit? Very renowned country.
You know, and I could box for Ireland as well because my last name's O'Neill, so I've definitely got some Irish heritage. And I was chatting to the Irish team. They asked me that, do you want to come and have a trial? But we'll see, man.
Yeah.
What? So just because your name is O'Neill, they'll take you.
They'll find it.
Oh, okay.
And they're a bit more lenient. Like they can have like a great Irish grandparent, and they'll try and get you on the team because you got.
That's nice that they're accepting, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and the Irish are cool, and like if you've met anyone that's Irish, you just know they're just cool. They're just a laugh, man. We got the Irish club next to our boxing gym, so we got on well with the Irish. We always see Irish people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. We'll see.
You got any more questions?
Pay tribute to Irish, man. Wear a little Irish flag when you're walking out sometimes, isn't it? And to your heritage, bro.
We'll see, man. That's why I got to do everything. I got to do English, Jamaican, Bayesian. It's too much. Man.
Yeah.
It's too much. Like,
If you could pick one,
flag.
if you could pick one, yeah. So say Barbados never rejected you.
Yeah.
You could pick one nation. Who would you pick?
Well, and England.
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Because what I've done with Jamaica and my experiences with Jamaica,
You wouldn't change. You wouldn't change
it.
anything.
I don't regret a thing.
I hear that. I hear
don't regret a thing, and I love how I've got closer with Jamaica and all my brothers that live in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a few brothers that live in Jamaica, and I probably wouldn't have met them if I didn't go and box over there. So yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to have done that.
Do you feel like growing up here, there's certain people that should have supported you that haven't been?
Potentially, but I don't really think about them people. Like I've always been one to just crack on. Like whatever situation I'm going through, it doesn't matter because training comes first. Because this is what I want to do. I see it as my career, and I see I'm going to prosper from it. So yeah, all that outside noise, I don't really care for it. Like if you don't support me, it's cool. I support me. My family support me. My friends support me. That's enough. If you don't, good luck to you.
Do you know what I mean, man? I hear that, bro. But yeah, flipping. Before we wrap it up, I just want to highlight something that's quite important. It's for the youth, especially in this area. And I think you know what I'm on about as well. So if you want to elaborate on things and even talk about boxing and how you could basically pick that as a route to come out of the stuff that people are getting themselves into.
Yeah, for sure. I can have a little word about it. So so recently a young boy from Reading has passed away. Reese. I'm not sure his last name. Sorry, if you guys can remind me. But a young boy has died. He's been brutally stabbed to death. And it's another boy that has lost his life to a knife. And yeah, everyone in Reading is kind of feeling it because we all kind of been around this kind of life and this, this area. It wasn't too far from anyone. It was just around the corner from even here. It's a 2-minute walk from this studio. Do you know what I mean? It's not far, and it's like, wow, like when did life become so like it's got value? So why are people not treating it with value? Do you know what I mean? We've all got siblings and we've all got cousins and family, and yeah, I just think like there's ways that young men especially can get out of these situations and get out of this life. And if you find something that you're interested in, focus on that rather than the other stuff, the other noise. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so easy to go and pick up a knife. It's so easy. Anyone can do it. It doesn't take any talent to do that. Anyone can do that. But to go into a dance studio and be the best dancer, that's hard work. Do you know what I mean? To go and be the best boxer, to go and be the best footballer, to go and be the best in science and economics and chemistry, and that's hard work. So why don't we focus on trying to excel in that and not trying to be the biggest gangster? Because as we know, biggest gangsters don't end up in great places. It's normally a grave or a jail cell. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, hopefully we can do something as well. Like, as a community, I'm speaking to a few people that are willing to invest and put.
I feel like this community is just bullshit, bro.
It's crazy.
You know why? You got olders.
It feels cursed. It's
you got olders
really.
that all just chat rubbish, yeah.
And there's no trust anymore.
Everyone, Reading's too small for this beef and shit and this petty stuff.
Postcode.
It's
like
just too. People are trying to make Reading into something that's not.
into London.
There's a lot of forced issues,
and it's like, how can you have a problem with? If you're from D Road, why have you got a problem with Coley when you've probably got a cousin in Coley? You've probably got an auntie that lives there. Like, Reading's small. Yeah. Reading's small. It's not London. Do you know what I mean? I've lived in D Road, Coley, Whitley, Battle Square. I've lived all over. I've got problems with no one because there's no need to have problems with anyone because of where you live. We don't own these places. We don't like. Why are we beefing over? It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Like, one brother said F Whitley in one of his raps.
Silly.
So obviously, I've messaged him in it because I've posted up. I was like, F Whitley, like, and he's like, yeah. but my brother lives there, so not him. And I'm thinking, like, obviously I'm thinking, like, you should have thought about that before you said that, didn't it? Because obviously your brother's got friends, you disrespect your brother's friends. I have a problem with the brother who said that, innit? We're actually calling it, but, you know what I'm saying?
It's just immature, man.
I don't even know about the situation, what there was arguing or beefing over, whatever. But look how something so small, I'm assuming, can go ahead and take someone's life.
And this is what I mean. This is
It was so small, like
we don't know what the reasons are or what happened.
I'm saying, like,
but obviously there's no excuse to take someone's life at all. But I feel like prevention is better than cure, so we shouldn't talk about what happened and more how we prevent the next scenario from happening, innit?
Things got to change. Ultimately, things have to change. So I'll be doing my bit to try and encourage and try and invest in like the youth and the next gen, because it's important, man. The next gen is the future leaders. Do you know what I mean? And we've got to do something as a community. Surely there's something we can do before this gets even more out of hand, and it's like we're all losing family members and friends.
But I think, yeah, I heard that. We need to get to the root of why kids are doing this. And to me, I feel like it's all obvious. It's street cred. It's the nice girls. It's the...
I don't think it's the girls.
Chuck, bro, you'd be surprised. You'd be
Ego,
surprised.
innit? It's ego.
You'd be surprised. It's the spuds from the rated man. Them. It's all these little things.
But these men that spud and these older man, yeah, they're washed, bro. They shouldn't be teaching you that.
Nah.
This what I'm saying.
Listen,
this what I'm saying.
go make a business. Go start a business. I'll rate a man like that.
I feel like we need to
you,
train.
like, do you know what I mean? Like,
You know what? No one knows this, yeah.
You need role models.
No one knows this, yeah. But see, Reese, if it wasn't for him, I'd never have my shop still.
Yeah, really.
I had no peas, whatever. I shouted him. He lent me some couple bags, and he got me that shop. So
Oh,
big up to you, my bro.
Yeah,
You got
rest in
Reese, boy.
peace, man. And my condolences to the family.
Do you even know that?
100%. Obviously,
Is that the
he's one of the people he'll never let anyone
that
know
the-
that. The shop that I'm in now.
Oh, the one you know.
Yeah. So it went for
I didn't
him.
even know that, bro.
Yeah,
Man's
wow.
grateful still.
Yeah, he sounds like I never actually met the young man, but he sounds like a proper nice, humble gent. So rest in peace, and my condolences again, man.
We got to make a change.
So, yeah, we need
Put it
to
together.
change. We need to change our young males and our young females. What the young females are looking for in men,
Yeah.
and what the
And I
young men are
think-
looking
I
for in
think
females.
We don't need anyone. We don't need any elders. Like we can do it. Like
Yeah,
we can do it. Me,
Yeah.
you guys can sit around the table. I can get some people that are interested in doing it. I know a few people that are interested in doing it, and we can just. I think doing community days and Sundays playing football and winner gets a pair of Air Force or do you know what I
Nothing
mean? A pair
happened
of
like
Jordan,
anymore. There's no kicks or nothing like really.
that. There's nothing like that. And I remember going to like roller discos and stuff back in the day and stuff. And
The thing is now, man, I just think that's moist.
I
Or
think it's moist, but if you're having fun and it might not be that, maybe it'll be.
we need to
raging
create
stuff.
jobs.
Yeah, it is
Create
as well,
jobs.
yeah.
That's what we need to do.
it's
Create
scary.
jobs.
Like, we got kids in that. We got kids in it.
Yeah,
What? Growing up now, our kids getting older. They got nothing to go to.
yes. It's not like what we had after school
We
club.
need to
I
do-
So
mean,
they're either going to be
They
innocent
need
or they're
to
going to fall into that
do-
lifestyle.
They need
Yeah, I
to
can-
do things. They need to have role models, and they need to do things. They need to have incentives to do things. Like these kids out here are bored. They're bored and they're just hanging around on the block, and then someone's walking onto their block that's not from the area, and they're picking on them because that's the fun thing to do. Do you know what I mean? And how many times has that happened? Someone's just walked in the wrong area and just got robbed, and that's sparked the fire to. We got to come back for him now. Do you know what I mean?
Petty little things like that.
It's a joke. It's
I want
a
to
joke.
see more young people starting businesses, man.
100%.
If you got any business adventures or not adventures, I don't know what the word is, yeah, but feel free to message us.
even like
100%.
it's
I'd
sound
love
like
to
I'm
have some
personally
of that.
getting you right now, but you've got how many seats in your shop spare? 1 or 2? Get a young troubled brother in there who you think is gonna go down the wrong path and bring him into the right path. Do you know what I'm
can
saying?
do that still.
I'm sure you'd be open to do that.
Yeah.
Because do you know what I mean? You're like that.
He is like that, man.
You're willing to bring someone in so they can better themselves.
He's always said to me, I can come and cut my hair, and I've
I've
turned it. I've said I'm gonna do it, and then not done it a few times. But you've always had the door open.
I've had
Yeah.
like 6-7 people do that to me, man.
And you can understand as well, like if that happens 6-7 times, your patience where it's spinning.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? I'm not even gonna try now. You know what I mean, I would do that. My patience is awful. I can never be a coach. I can never be a coach. I was doing PTing for a while. I had to stop, and I had to give my clients to my friend because my patience is too bad. I'm just not there yet.
It's hard to control yourself with that as well, and like to train them that you're not getting annoyed.
Try to, and it's like your head's hot and you can't do anything. Like you can't just go and punch the bag. You're working, so
But remain professional, man.
you got to. But for the kids, like I do want to start something, and I'm in the process of starting something with a few friends and family members, and it is to do with like sports days and stuff like that on weekends, Sundays especially, because like it's a godly day for Christians anyway, and I think we can do something like even just rounders or doing this or doing that, or one day this same group of kids we say, oh, we're gonna go to the Barcelona game or we're gonna go to the Chelsea game. Do you know what I mean? Like these things I think will help our community, and if we can just do it and change one life, that's a start. Do you know what I mean? We've done something. We've done something, so hopefully we can get something sorted.
Yeah, we got a few through role models now, like Bobby Kasanga and them people. So we've got directions of places to look, where to start from. And he actually messages back, and I've had a few conversations with him, so we could even ask and see where to start. Do you know what I'm saying?
Get him down there, man. Get him behind.
But if it come here, boy, I don't know.
Why not, man? Why not? We'll get him down here, man. We've got to change how Reading looks as well. Do you know what I mean? Like Reading's got to change. Because I've got a little brother here. If I were to have kids, would I want my kids to be growing up in a war zone? No. Do you know what I mean? So things have got to change.
100%. Yeah, man, it's good having you on there. We're proud of you, bro.
Anytime
Keep on representing G.
Always.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna start going to your fights as well, innit?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
ready,
I'm
man.
about to say, I'm pro. I want to get a little freebie tickets.
You mean you're pro, bro? You need to go when he's amateur, bro. Why is he's amateur?
No,
We missed how many
I'm
fights?
supposed to be going
Don't worry,
Serbia
man.
and that, but
Don't
obviously
worry.
short notice,
Yeah,
man.
don't worry. Whenever you're ready, man. Like, whenever you're ready. I know people got their own lives. People got kids, they got families. Like, when you're ready, come and watch, and I'll welcome you with open arms. Come and watch, and I'll perform. Do you know what I mean? I'll perform.
What's your Instagram page so you can shout out on here?
It's Damon O'Neill 1. I'm probably most active on Instagram, but it's the same like on Facebook, Damon O'Neill, LinkedIn, Damon O'Neill. So yeah, feel free to support me and watch the journey.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Big up.
Love. Chop up.